how much is scope creep actually costing you? All the little extras, the just one more thing, one more change. In the early years of running our agency, we said yes to pretty much every change, every revision, every extra little thing, just to keep the client happy. And yeah, we realized quickly that is not the way to keep your client happy. And no, it's not the way you as a consultant or agency owner will be happy either. It turns out that it's one of the worst things you can do because you show your client that there is no clarity, no boundaries, and no clear processes for running your project. You lose trust and confidence. And to help you visualize this, we built a scope creep calculator. It's all free and it's on our website, and I'll show you how you can use it right now. So I'll jump into it. So now I've opened up our free calculator. This is on our website, k.io. I will link it below so you can just go and use it. And let's start using it. You just calculate my losses. Click on this one, and it opens up, and there are a range of questions. So let's see if we can start looking at what's your hourly rate. And I think the average hourly rate is around $150. So let's start with that. And what's the average project value you have? So let's say it's 6,800. That's our average. And how many projects do you complete per year? Let's say we do 8 of these every year. So that's it. I continue to the next page. So here we continue. Quick request per project that you say yes to. So imagine you get this. Can you just take a look at this one, or can you do this change? Oh, can you also do this? So how many of these, honestly, do you get typically per project? So let's say, there are probably like 6 of them every project that they ask for. And how much time do you think you spend on each of these requests? So maybe it's 45 minutes. You can just slide up here, but honestly, you get a request at night. How much does it take you to consider it, perform it, or do it, and then actually report for it? So let's say, this will take me probably 50 minutes. And here's another question. And how many revision rounds beyond your contract do you typically see per project? So this can see you've been asked to do a design, and typically you have 2 or 3 revisions. You send it back to the client. They come back and say, okay, can you change this? And you do this for a couple of rounds. So beyond the contract, how often does it happen that they ask for, can you do one more round? Take a look at this one more time. So let's say, typically for us, it could be, it's only once. And how much time do you spend on this revision? Well, this full-time work, so we need to actually spend 2.5 hours typically on a new revision. So let's see. And here for meetings, how long time do meetings typically overrun? And this is per project. So imagine all the meetings you have in one project that you have calculated for. How much extra time does it take? Or they call you up because they need to discuss something and ventilate anything with you. So let's see. For us, this tends to be a lot. So let's say 3 hours. That's not a lot, but let's add 3 hours. And then here, how much on-track admin per project? So you talk about email scheduling. You may have scattered different tools because you haven't started using CADE yet. So they're all over the place. And how much time do you spend on this? And for a project, I can easily say that if you have all these scattered tools and you have per month, we're talking about at least 4 hours, could be much more. So let's say it's a project that stretches over 2 months. So for this sake, let's go with 8 hours. So calculate my losses. This is over the year. And voila. So here it says, that's actually $22,200 that we didn't get paid for in scope creep. And that's 29% of my time working. And here you can see the breakdown, what it goes into, the quick request, the extra revisions, the meeting overruns, the untracked admin. So these things add up. So our recommendation is, first of all, go in and use this calculator and see if this really an issue for you to have this scope creep. And then you should go and check out CADE, because we created this system where you have you replace all the tools that you have in one single one. That's the tool to run your client business. If you're a consultant or agency owner, you can run everything from the proposals, the contract, to running through a project, onboarding, outboarding, and everyone knows what to do at a certain time. And it's easy to stick to the scope. Okay, hope it helps. Thank you.